Why don't you apologize for the 1984 riots?
No, so
the congressmen who you are talking about are still fighting their cases. And in 2009, if I'm not mistaken, Jagdish Titler, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, was going to get nominated as a Congress candidate. It was only following the media furor that his nomination was taken back. Mr. Gandhi, I'm asking you this question with all seriousness. Do you feel that congressmen were involved? And two, do you believe that you personally, if you apologize for the riots, there will be a finality?
The fact of the matter is that innocent people died in 1984. And innocent people dying is a horrible thing and should not happen. Okay? The difference between Gujarat and 1984 was that the government of Gujarat was involved in the riots. The government.
How do you say that?
I mean,
the Chief Minister of Gujarat has been given the clean sheet by the courts.
The difference between the 84 riots and the riots in Gujarat was that in 1984, the government was trying to stop the riots. I remember, I was a child then, I remember that the government was doing everything it could to stop the riots. In Gujarat, the opposite was the case. The government in Gujarat was actually abetting and pushing the riots further. So there's a huge difference between the two things. Saying that innocent people dying is absolutely wrong. Explain that.
Government of Gujarat was aiding and abetting the riots, is what you just said. Explain that.
I mean, it's not me. It's large numbers of people who were there. It's large numbers of people who saw actively the government of Gujarat being involved in the riots.
And you keep that line despite the Chief Minister getting a clean sheet from the courts?
I mean, people saw it. I'm not the person who saw it. Your colleagues saw it. Your colleagues told me.
They saw riots. They didn't see the government of Gujarat.
They saw the administration. They saw the administration actively attacking minorities.
Are you saying the government of Gujarat was? What is?
What I'm saying is that there was a difference between the 1984 riots and the riots in Gujarat. The difference was that the government in 1984 was trying to stop the riots, was trying to stop the killing, whereas the government in Gujarat was allowing the riots.
And if the government in Delhi and in the centre was trying to stop the riots in 1984, then tell me, how is it possible that Sajjan Kumar was named in FIRs on grounds of inciting violence in Outer Delhi leading to the murder of Sikhs? The status of the case is known. How is Jagdish Titler accused of inciting the mob at Full Bangash leading to murder and rioting in the area? How is the late H.K.L. Bhagat accused of inciting violence? And you know that appeal in the Delhi High Court was closed after his death. How did these Congress leaders do what they did allegedly if the government was so strongly and proactively acting against the riots?
There's a legal process, and that process is on.
There was an SIT finding. It was challenged by Zakia Jafri. It went up there, and the courts upheld what the SIT found. Are you questioning the wisdom of the courts, Mr.
All I'm saying is that there is a difference between the 1984 riots and the Gujarat riots. The simple difference is that in 1984, the government was not involved in the massacre of people. In Gujarat, it was. The question is, why do these types of things take place? Why is it that the Gujarat riots take place? The Gujarat riots take place, frankly, because of the way our system is structured, because of the fact that people do not have a voice in the system. And what I want to do, and I've said it and I will say it again, what I want to do is question the fundamentals over here. What I want to do is ask a couple of questions. I want to ask why candidates that are chosen in every single party are chosen by tiny number of people. I want to ask why women have to be are scared to go out in the street. I want to ask these questions. These are fundamental questions.
I appreciate that. Yeah. You believe in transparency. I'll move away from Gujarat, though I must say that I have not found this comparison between 84 and Gujarat riots, that they are two different cases. I can't take this at face value, Mr. Gandhi, and the reason for this is because in both cases, the accusation is that the government could have done a little bit more. But at the same time, I want you to, once more, if you can, substantiate. You stand by what you said, that you believe the Chief Minister and the government of Gujarat played a role in abetting the riots? You stand by what you said?
What I'm saying is, there is a difference between the 1984 riots and the Gujarat riots. The difference is that the government of the day in 1984 was not aiding and abetting the riots.